What if one project could reshape global trade, infrastructure, and sustainability? China's $1 trillion Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, is doing just that. Imagine a world connected by high-speed rail, powered by clean energy, and flourishing economies across continents. What exactly is the BRI, and how will it impact global trade, politics, and technology? Let's dive into this ambitious plan and uncover the opportunities it holds for the world. The genesis of China's $1 trillion plan, the Belt and Road Initiative. In 2013, Chinese President Xi Jinping introduced a global economic vision that would eventually be known as the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, also referred to as the New Silk Road. This monumental undertaking seeks to bolster trade, improve infrastructure, and enhance diplomatic relationships across Asia, Africa, Europe, and beyond. At its core, the BRI is not just about building roads and railways, but about creating an interconnected world that facilitates smoother and more efficient economic transactions. The $1 trillion figure associated with the BRI is not just an estimate, it's a reflection of the massive scale of the project. With more than 140 countries involved, China has already begun investing in infrastructure, clean energy, and digital connectivity to catalyze economic growth in both emerging and developed economies. This initiative is designed to uplift economies by providing access to capital, infrastructure, and technological expertise that many countries in the developing world have lacked. Infrastructure as the cornerstone, roads, rails, and ports. A major pillar of the BRI is its focus on infrastructure, roads, railways, airports, and ports. Over the years, China has built thousands of miles of high-speed rail tracks and highways across continents, linking isolated regions to the global marketplace. These transportation projects are designed not only to improve connectivity, but also to reduce the cost of moving goods, making trade faster and more efficient. One of the most impressive projects under the BRI is the construction of the China-Laos Railway, which will eventually link Kunming in China's Yunnan province to Vientiane in Laos southwest to Vientiane, the capital of Laos. This railway will drastically reduce travel time, boosting trade and tourism, and helping Laos access larger markets. Similarly, China's investment in Pakistan's Gwadar port has transformed it into a crucial maritime hub in the Indian Ocean, potentially making it one of the most important ports for energy and trade in the coming decades. Beyond the construction of physical infrastructure, the BRI promotes the development of logistics networks that streamline global trade. These vast interconnected systems will not only enhance trade efficiency, but will also help integrate global supply chains in unprecedented ways, benefiting both developed and developing nations. The green vision, clean energy, and sustainable growth. China is not only building infrastructure, but also a future powered by sustainable energy. Through the BRI, China is leading renewable energy projects, particularly in solar and wind power, in countries that depend on fossil fuels. The Green Silk Road is a key part of this strategy, focusing on integrating green energy into infrastructure development. China has invested in solar farms in countries like Pakistan, Morocco, and Egypt, helping them shift to cleaner energy and reduce reliance on coal. Notable projects like the Noor Ouarzazate solar complex in Morocco highlight China's commitment to renewable energy. China is also financing electric vehicle infrastructure to reduce global oil dependence. However, some critics argue that certain BRI projects still rely on coal power, especially in Southeast Asia and Africa, posing a challenge to the initiative's environmental goals. Balancing development with sustainability remains a crucial focus for China and its partners. The Digital Silk Road, connecting the world through technology. In addition to physical infrastructure, China is also leading the charge on digital infrastructure under the BRI. The Digital Silk Road is an initiative to extend China's technology influence globally by building high-speed internet networks, data centers, and advanced telecom systems in partner countries. Through collaborations with firms like Huawei and Alibaba, China is positioning itself as the global leader in next-generation technologies. This digital push aims to provide greater access to the internet, particularly in regions that have traditionally been underconnected, such as Central Asia and parts of Africa. By doing so, the BRI intends to bring billions of people online, unlocking new opportunities for businesses and individuals in these emerging economies. For instance, China has already invested in high-speed fiber optic cables connecting countries like Pakistan and Sri Lanka to the global internet network, This will enable them to participate more effectively in the global digital economy, opening the door for e-commerce, tech startups, and innovation to flourish. In the long run, the Digital Silk Road will help promote technological literacy and bridge the gap between the developed and developing worlds. The geopolitical chessboard, power dynamics, and international influence. BRI is more than just an economic development tool. It is also a strategic geopolitical initiative. By investing in infrastructure projects around the world, China is deepening its ties with countries that were once distant, forging new political and economic alliances. The initiative has been particularly influential in regions like Africa, Central Asia, and Southeast Asia, where China has been able to gain political influence through investments in critical infrastructure. For example, China's growing footprint in Africa, through roads, railways, and ports, has significantly strengthened its diplomatic and economic relationships with numerous African nations. This influence extends to the Middle East as well, with China leveraging projects like the Dubai Silk Road to position itself as a major player in the region. At the same time, the BRI has sparked concerns in the West, with countries like the United States and European Union expressing apprehension over China's growing influence. Some critics argue that China's investments could lead to a debt trap, where nations that borrow from China become overly reliant on Chinese loans and infrastructure. Critics warn that this could potentially give China leverage over smaller, debt-strapped nations, with risks of sovereignty being compromised in exchange for financial assistance. Nevertheless, the BRI is a powerful geopolitical tool that is reshaping power dynamics on the global stage. Whether through soft power or direct investment, China's influence is expanding, and the BRI is at the heart of this transformation. The economic ripple effect, opportunities for growth and investment. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, isn't just about China, it's about creating shared growth globally. Through investments in infrastructure and technology, the BRI drives economic development, job creation, and investment. Projects like ports and logistics hubs stimulate trade and create thousands of local jobs, particularly in construction, logistics, and manufacturing. Chinese financial backing has also opened new opportunities for businesses in countries like Kenya, Pakistan, and Kazakhstan, enabling the growth of factories, research centers, and international businesses. Additionally, the BRI allows Chinese firms to expand globally, forming strategic partnerships and entering new markets. Challenges and criticisms, the road ahead. While the BRI offers significant benefits, it also faces major challenges and criticisms. One key concern is the debt burden on participating countries, with critics warning that some nations may take on unsustainable debt levels for large infrastructure projects, potentially causing financial instability. Environmental issues also arise, as large-scale construction like highways and dams may lead to deforestation, biodiversity loss, and increased carbon emissions in certain regions. Additionally, the BRI's geopolitical impact has stirred tensions with rival global powers, with accusations of debt-trap diplomacy and fears of China's growing global influence. To address these concerns, China must ensure transparency, sustainability, and long-term benefits for all involved. China's $1 trillion Belt and Road Initiative is transforming the global economic and geopolitical landscape, connecting continents with advanced infrastructure and promoting sustainable energy. While its potential is vast, challenges remain. Do you think the BRI leads to prosperity or unforeseen risks? Share your thoughts below, and for more insights on global projects and economics, like, share, and subscribe. Stay curious, stay informed.